Good morning. I am going to show you how to access the documents I posted for this week for your novels and a couple of pieces of advice just based on some feedback that I've heard from several students about some of your other classes for this week. So let's get started. I'm going to start sharing my screen. There we go. Share. All right, so let's get to the dashboard. Click on our class, and then I have updated our home page. I, again, will do this every single week that we are in a dismissal, and I'm just going to add on top of our previous week. So if you've missed something or you have a question about a previous assignment, it's all listed right here on the home page. So for this week, I have it again separated like we are in A and B days, so that way you can kind of pace yourself for your A day work and your B day work. Hopefully your other teachers are doing something similar. Today, what I need you to be focusing on right off the bat is reading our weekly overview. That gives you a gauge of what's going to happen or my first expectation for the week. And then the activity is beginning the annotations in your graphic organizer. On Wednesday/Thursday, I'm going to give you access to a couple of Schmoop videos and lessons, and you will take notes on ethos, logos, and pathos. We covered a little bit about that at the beginning of the year, but this time we're going to be focusing on ELP in terms of public speaking. So this should be kind of a refresher. For your activity, there'll be instructions in the assignment, but you want to use both ethos, logos, and pathos to convince somebody to stay home during our pandemic. Then I want you to be writing and reading, and consider spending about 15 to 30 minutes on a mindfulness exercise. This is something that's really helped me during this time. Rose Evans, one of our counselors, has an amazing series of mindfulness videos that she's been producing. She has about 3 right now. YouTube has so many different options as well. And then one of my favorites, this is a local company in Salt Lake City called Tune In Mindfulness. They just opened their studio right before all of this happened. So if you do want to support a small business, this is a great opportunity if you have the means to, but they are also giving free classes too. It is hosted through Zoom. Just get onto their website and they give you an access code. They'll have some at sometimes Tuesdays, Thursdays, they'll have one at like around 1, and then they'll have some in the morning as well as late afternoon or like around 5. They also do some free yoga classes too, so that's a great kind of in tandem with any of your PE or gym classes doing those mindfulness exercises. Then at the end of the week, as always, you are going to submit your favorite journal entry. Please, please, please submit these. These make my whole day. Getting to read them and getting to feel like we're back in the classroom and I'm reading your journal entries, it brings me so much joy. So please, please, please write these, submit them, and then let's get to modules. So go load. In modules, you will see our week. These are the unpublished pieces because I'm not in the student view again, but you're going to click on the overview, and this time I've made it an assignment as opposed to just a page, just a text entry, because I'm going to have you submit something that lets me know that you've read this time. You have your message, and what I really want to show you is how to fill out the graphic organizer for annotations. Now, as a reminder, this is not due this week or even next week. it'll be due when you finish your novel, hopefully in the next few weeks. So in order to make sure that you are gradually progressing in this, I'm gauging you at about 10 annotations per 100 pages. Now, that does not mean 10 per category. That means 10 total annotations for every 100 pages. So you can access the Google Doc format, or you can download the Word document. And so you just click on the word here, and you can also see a little preview when you click on the magnifying glass. We're going to pull up the Word doc together so I can show you some options. It'll make it the big screen. Let's see. Click on Enable Editing. And then you can start typing right where it says name, the title of your book, etc. So I'm going to read you the directions just like we would in class. So as you're reading your novel, please find examples of the following categories and explain why the quote, situation, or character detail is an example of that category. You should be finding a total of 10 examples for every 100 pages. In the boxes below, write 2 sentences explaining why the quote or text selection exemplifies that category. Be sure to include the page number as well. So this is my example. Hypothetically, if we were reading Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. No, we're not going to read that because I want you to read something super challenging instead. But if that brings you a lot of comfort and you've been struggling, it is okay. So this quote, for a few years, the founders worked in harmony together, seeking out youngsters who showed signs of magic and bringing them to the castle to be educated. So that's from Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, page 150. And this is an example of foreshadowing, so figurative language, because Ron, Harry, and Hermione must use their individual talents to work together to save the castle. So it alludes to something that happens later on in the story. Now, we have our category, symbols and imagery, connections. So within connections, you can think of text to self, text to text, text to world, etc. Any example of figurative language or literary devices like foreshadowing, and then questions and comments. Try to limit questions and comments to about 2 per every 100 pages. I would really want you to try to mix up what you're getting for these examples with those every 100 pages. Now, I keep these boxes kind of just standard because I want you to be able to edit them, add space. It's going to be changing up each time you actually are starting to write something in here, if that makes sense. Now, there's only a few, so what you can do is create another table, or you can simply highlight, copy, and then paste. So then you have more boxes to continue on. If you have questions about this, please, please, please email me, making sure that you are saving every so often too. That's why I love using Google Docs, but if you're using Microsoft Word, that's okay, but just making sure that you're remembering to press save every so often. So we're gonna go back to Canvas. And at the end of this video, or at the end of downloading that assignment and getting started on it, please submit a text entry box that has the information listed right here. So again, even if you've already emailed me the title and page count of your new book, that's okay. Do it again in that text entry box. And letting me know that you've downloaded the organizer and you understand the content. If you have a question, list it in that text entry box, and so I can respond to you within the assignment as well. If you have immediate questions, please, 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 you can email me in Canvas. You can See right here? You can email me through my regular email address, nicole.wilson@slcschools.org, or we can always set up a video meeting too. I have just been given access to this new format called Cisco WebEx that the state of Utah has just purchased a license for, and it's worked really, really well so far. So if that's something that you're interested in, please let me know. Otherwise, I wish you all the best and hope that you are finding positive moments, trying to get outside when you can. If you have a front yard or a patio, or even just trying to walk down the street away from people, of course, but just trying to have some sunshine. And I miss all of you so, so much. Have a good day.